Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 57 of the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. I'm Tim Gillette, your host for this podcast, and I want to cover a subject today called Do You Need Motivation and Inspiration to Be an Entrepreneur? Now, I want you to think about that for a moment. A lot of people want to be inspirational speakers or inspirational, motivational people to the entrepreneur. Probably the one field I feel, and I believe in my heart of hearts, that should be motivated themselves. That, like, maybe if you need to be motivated, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. Like, being an entrepreneur should be motivating enough, don't you think? Anyway. So, I want you to think about that as you go through your week this week and your day today. The entrepreneur is someone who is out there to make a change. Now, I know most people think the entrepreneur is the person out there who's just trying to get rich. No, most entrepreneurs are trying to do something to change, number one, their lifestyle. In other words, they don't want to be confined by the controls of someone else in their lifestyle. They don't want someone to say what kind of house they live in, what area they live in, what type of environment they live in, where their kids go to school. They don't want to be controlled by someone. That's motivating, number one. The second, the entrepreneur should be motivated by whatever it is, the problem that he solves in the world. The second entrepreneur is the someone who is going, I just see this wrong in the world and I want to make it right. And I'm going to start with me and me creating a product or service that makes it right for me and then my neighbor and then my neighbor's neighbor and my neighbor's, and it goes on and on. And they should be motivated because they are someone who is an entrepreneur that wants to see that wrong right in the world. There is an entrepreneur out there that wants to, have a little bit more out of life. They realize that their education versus the jobs that are available for them, they think they can do better. So they go out and they create a solution by creating their own companies. But most entrepreneurs are in the first two groups. They want to take control of their life, or they want to make an improvement in the world. Now, that improvement can be anything as simple as they've worked, a few years at a job and they see the outcome of a company and what that company's doing, and they realize that company is not giving them the outcome they want, or that company's product or service is not top quality, and they think they can do better. It is almost always the product, all right, or service that they are going that drives them more than the, hey, can I get a Ferrari or a Lamborghini? Now, there are the entrepreneurs who a Ferrari or Lamborghini drives them. For instance, let's use an entrepreneur that literally has been an entrepreneur in America forever, and that is the farmer. The farmer. He's got stuff that motivates him. The cows motivate him to get up in the morning to go milk them. The field motivates him when he's got to go, bring in the crops out of the field. The farmer has been the entrepreneur that has held America together for years. And that farmer is not necessarily being a farmer because he wants to get a Lamborghini or he wants to be rich. He's a farmer because he enjoys tilling the land and working the land and raising crops and animals, all right, as a living. He wants quality food or he wants quality meat. In some cases, it comes down through his family errors and into his blood. And he goes, okay, I'm just going to be a farmer like my dad because I enjoy this, or I like this, or I see purpose behind this. My point is the purpose behind that farmer is he's got a purpose that drives him. Number one, he wants to control his as much as he can. A lot of times God controls the crops, but anyway, he wants to take control of his life. The second part is he wants to see a better quality of food or better quality of things. Yeah, agree there, Natalie. Farming is a calling, but yeah. But the idea behind it is he is the American entrepreneur, the true American entrepreneur. Now, there are some people who work on farms, and that's their job, to work on someone else's large farm or large estate. But for the most part, I want you to picture that farmer who works on that estate, and he's going, man, I think that we can do this better. And he eventually saves up and he buys his own farm. As you know, my wife and I like to go to vineyards. I go to the vineyards out in Napa when we could before the lockdown, and go into those vineyards, and you see the people who work the vineyards. And almost always there's somebody in those vineyards that literally working there because they love wine. And many of them are trying to be an entrepreneur by getting their own wine. Why? Because they want to put a taste palette together to give to the world. And they're trying to get that perfect taste themselves so that they can share it with the world. And many people go, well, I'm an entrepreneur and I needed to be motivated. I want you to think for a moment about that I don't know what they call them at the winery, winemaker. Think about the amateur winemaker, the one who's spending years, clipping the grapes and going out and doing all the trimming of them, all right, and the dirty and grunt work while he's working under another winemaker. Well, in the meantime, he's got a barrel of something he's trying to make himself. He doesn't need motivation. That friggin' barrel of his own stuff at home, that's his motivation. That's his inspiration. He wants to have a better wine. The entrepreneur who comes up and has now said, hey, I just need to be motivated. Motivate me and inspire me. No, the product or service or the thing that you do should inspire you and motivate you to make the changes you believe need to be made in the world. Personally, I started 2 years ago where I wrote down my mission. The mission of Simple Easy Marketing, all right, our podcasts, our virtual events, our live events, all right, my coaching, the coaching program, the mastermind that we host. It is to create people who want to create an online marketing using a blog, vlogger, podcast. They want to be a content creator, a content marketer. They want to build it. So I have a mission. My mission is to get 10,000 of those make 10,000 of those content creators, help them get a following of 10,000 people, and then help them make $10,000 a month from content creation. That drives me. Not the fact that my truck's worn out. I want to get a new truck, although I do want to get a new truck. But getting up in the morning does not get up because I want the new truck. No, it gets up because I want to help one more person become a content creator today. Just one. I'm searching for the one to help today. And every time I get a chance, I want to, from interviewing someone on my other podcast to having them come to my live event to having a connection or seeing them in a room where I'm at a networking function online or something, and seeing and hear them say, well, and I'm trying to get this going. I'm trying to get this going. I'm trying to get this going. I'm like, what's the plan? Well, I just need to get motivated. No, you don't. You just don't have a vision big enough to motivate you. When your vision motivates you, you will get up early. All right. I have a whole thing set to get up at a certain time, and I actually woke up late today because of the fact that I slept through part of my alarm. But still, something about me kept going, oh my God, I need to wake up. Oh my God, I need to wake up. I got a podcast to do at 9:35, 9:40 a.m. I committed to do it because if I get out here and share my message, I can help just another person become a content creator and help them get on the path to making $10,000 a month with an audience of 10,000 people. That's motivation. Got nothing to do with a car, house, way of life. So if you today think you're an entrepreneur or you want to be an entrepreneur, maybe you're having to work for someone else right now, I want you to answer this question. What motivates you? What would drive you? If you had to write an article every morning about something that totally inspired you, what would it be about? What is it that will make you get out of bed in the morning? What is it that will keep you up? I went to bed personally at 2 a.m. this morning after I got done hanging out a long dinner with my brother last night who's in town. I sat on the couch and worked on stuff till almost 2 a.m. on my laptop. That's motivation. When you're so dedicated to doing what you got to do that you will put in the hours to try to make it better, to try to improve it, to try to get this industry that you work in a better world. I want a better world. I want to hear more people's messages. I want to see them doing blogs, vlogs, and podcasts. And that motivates me. So what motivates you? I hope you answer that question today. And I hope that becomes the top thought in your head throughout most of your day. What inspires you? Because that's what's going to drive you to be successful. I hope this helped you today, guys. My name is Tim Gillette. This is the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Do us a favor. Subscribe to us on YouTube. That's our youtube.com/Tim Gillette. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get all of these. And I want you to do me a favor. Go to do we're on Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us over there. All right. Because we do a special episode for them. Every 10 episodes, we do a special episode just for the subscribers on our Apple Podcast. So go subscribe over there. And if you want to find out more about what we do and how we help people, this thing is sponsored by my event, SimpleEasyEvents.com. We're the only online marketing event where we actually let you join for a membership of one time, $20, and you're in the membership for life and get to attend all of our virtual events for the rest of your life. It's only $20 to join, and we're going to give 10 of it to a local charity because part of what you do should be giving to your local community. We give. And we're giving to our local community every month with a new charity. Go over and check it out, SimpleEasyEvents.com. With that being said, I want to say thanks to the people who helped make this show possible. StreamYard for giving us a platform to broadcast it on, and Anchor.fm for giving us a place to distribute it out to the world. I'm Tim Gillette, your host with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.